Good evening. We're live here for the Decatur County 4-H Fair, the swine bred, born and raised portion of this show. Just concluded our showmanship. We are starting out with Berkshire Gilts. There is 3 in this class. Let me get to the right page here. Leo Gauk, Christina Fogg, and Sarah Fogg. All 3 of these gilts are actually county born, bred, and raised. That's how they qualify to get in here. So 2 of them are from Autumn and Tegan and Adele Johnson. One of them's from Smith Family Berkshires. Leo Gauk, Christina Fogg, and Sarah Fogg. As we start this class so this will be the champion born, bred, and raised in the county, just 3 pigs. So you'll have champion, reserve, and 3rd place. Our judge is going to the mic. Let's hear what he has to say. Oh, he grabbed his mic. Now he's going. Changed his mind already. Now,
kick off the County Bred show here, and we got 3 Berkshire Gilts. All 3 have a lot of quality to them, I think, but the one I'm going to lead off with is the one right in the middle of the ring. I think that one's just the most genuine and athletic. Really good in terms of his top line and design. Maybe we would like to just open this one up just a little bit and give it a little more width, make it a little stouter out the ground, but a nice Berkshire gilt. The one in second is really shapely and expressive in her muscle shape. She's the stouter option. She's bigger footed and heavier structured. For me, she just gets a little too hard in terms of her center of body. If I can soften her up there, I think she could push the class winner. And the young man, though, it's going to round out the class. Really a shapely, heavy muscled gilt. Just a lower performing gilt. Maybe just needs a little more time. Let's give all 3 of those kiddos a nice hand.
all right. Champion will be Christina Fogg.
Champion
Reserve.
Berkshire Gilt, shown by Sarah Fogg. Reserve champion Christina Fogg.
Sorry, I had
3rd
them
place
backwards.
was Leo Gauk.
All right, we're going to run through some classes now because we've got
We're
just
ready
one.
to show the 1 Hampshire Gilt. Claire Grody has 1 Hampshire Gilt.
We have 1 Poland China gilt. We do have 2 spot gilts, so we'll have a class for them. Coming down to 3 York gilts, and then we'll pick our champion born, bred, and raised. Oh, cross gilt. Oh, we don't have a class for crosses, do we? Where are the crosses at?
Just right there at the bottom.
Oh, just 3.
Tyler.
Okay.
Gwendolyn, Yauk, Maddie Sherman, and uh-oh.
So we're gonna run through this show really quick, Trev.
Yeah, this is yeah. Oh, not.
Barrow show take just a little bit longer.
Yeah, there's 2 single entries.
Yeah.
The rest of them will have 3 single entries. You got only 1 crossbred barrow in the.
Oh wow, yeah.
But you got 8 Berkshires.
Yeah.
8 Berkshires.
Yeah, we need to stay here on the gilt for a little bit.
Yeah, we're looking ahead too far.
1 Hampshire gilt, shown by Claire Grody.
Just got 1 Hampshire Gilt, and the young lady, I can tell she showed her in showmanship, and you can tell she has a special relationship with this pig. They connect out here, and she does a good job of showing her. But back to the gilt, that's a really good design gilt, a gilt that has some extension from her blade forward. And for a Hampshire, she gets out and goes with relative ease and comfort. Let's give her a nice hand.
Claire Grody. That pig was.
Congratulations to Claire Grody on the champion Hampshire Gilt.
McAllister.
Born and bred.
We got a Hampshire gilt.
We're
coming
ready
in
for
by
Macy Keekers,
Macy
Poland.
Keeker.
The spot gilt's been scratched, so we need the 2 Yorkshire gilts, Hudson Mickerhide, Knox Templeton.
So coming into the ring will be Macy Kinker with a Poland China. Michael Kopinski was the breeder.
Now in the ring showing the Poland Guild is Macy Kinker.
I did have a chance to ask Andrew if he could help you tomorrow, and he said negative, SpongeBob.
He's got rabbits show tomorrow.
Radget.
Oh, the Radgets. Yeah. I know. I kind of figured. Dylan can.
Just got one Poland gilt, and a gilt that's really heavy muscle and really stout out through her hip. Maybe we'd just like to loosen this one up from behind and just relax her in her spine ever so slightly. But a big-footed, stout one that's got plenty of muscle. Let's give her a nice hand.
Macy Kinker.
Champion Poland Gilt, Macy Kinker. We are now ready for the 2 Yorkshire Gilts, Hudson Muckerhide, Knox Templeton.
Hudson's was raised by Klein Lowe, and Knox's by
We have
Autumn
3
Teagan
crossbred gilts.
and
Bring them up
Dell Johnson.
for the born and bred.
He said the spot gilt got scratched. So we're skipping to class number 5. Show starts tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Is that correct?
Yep. And I was talking to Tyler. He thinks we're going to
Show the gilts in the morning.
show the gilts in the morning, take about a half an hour, 45-minute break for lunch, then show the barras, take an hour break,
Come back for the grand drive.
come back in for the grand drive. Taking a break between grand drives for the grand drive is good, in my opinion. And crossbred males that you show last usually get a little bit of a breather before they gotta wind back up and up in the ring.
2 Yorkshire gilts here. One's weighing 170, one's weighing 262. All right.
Got kind of 2 different types of Yorkshire gilts here, but the one right in front of me is going to lead off. That one just got a little more performance. She's really long and extended. I would be the first to admit she needs to be opened up underneath. I'd like to raise her up on her front feet, but good design hog. It gets out and goes with relative comfort from behind. Just give her a little more width. The one that's going to be in second is the more moderate gilt. She's got really powerful, shapely. She's big-footed and heavy structured. Just wish this one needs a little more time on feet. Maybe open this one up a little bit too going away. Nice pair of Yorkshire gilts. Let's give them a nice hand.
Champion Yorkshire Gilt and the born and bred is Knox Templeton. Reserve is Hudson Muckerhide. We are ready for the 3 crossbred gilts. Then you can bring up all your champion gilts and the born and bred, the Berkshire, the Hampshire, the Poland, Yorkshires, and then we'll have the crossbred championship here in a minute.
Okay, we got 3 crossbreds. Gwendolyn Gauk, Madeline Shireman, and Olivia Krieger. 2 Schwarzentroober genetic pigs by Gauk and Krieger. 1 Autumn Teagan and Adele Johnson crossbred by Shireman. California Hamp there.
And gilt she used for showmanship.
we talked about that. So we have seen a few that were used in showmanship come back here tonight for the county born and bred class. Comes Olivia Krieger. Big black belted female. And a jet black. Giving up some pounds there.
Yeah.
What do we got? We got a 232
from Gwendolyn.
We are now showing for champion
247
crossbred
for
gilt
Maddie.
in the born and bred
And
division. We need all the
280 for
champion gilts
Olivia.
from the respective breeds.
280 on Kriegers.
280 on Krieger. So she's got Shireman's by 30 plus pounds. Yeah, you got something to sort through here with your pretty big weight gaps between these females, for sure.
Trev, what do you think about the view here? I kind of like being up on the bleachers.
I would agree with that statement, but it's where they stuck us this year, so we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Tell you what, Matt's fence looks pretty good, though.
Yeah, they did a nice job putting that picket fence up there.
Matt and Steve did a really nice job with that.
And some 4-H'ers.
Yeah, and some 4-H'ers. Designed by Matt and Steve.
Yeah.
Donated by Strate.
Do you know where that came from?
What?
That was left over from the old jail.
What was?
That lumber.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Here
Interesting.
comes the judge. Maybe.
Got 3 crossbred gilts, and they all bring some things to the table that you like. But the one I'm going to lead off with is the red belted one. I think that one's the stoutest and the most genuine coming at you. She's the best on her front feet, and going away, she's really square about her hip and a good hind-legged one. Plenty of power in that one, too, and still balances up. The one in second is the big extended kind of hog. She really gives you a good look from the side. She's feminine about her front end. I think of the top pair, she gets more falls out of balance. She would like to blend her better maybe in her ham loin, maybe just raise her up on her front feet. But a good top pair of gilts in this drive. And the solid black gilt that rounds out the drive has plenty of dimension and muscle. Just gets too hard and terminal and through her center body for me. But let's give all 3 of those kiddos a nice hand.
Good job.
Champion crossbred shown by Madeline Shireman. Reserve Olivia Krieger. And third was Gwendolyn Gauk. And we are now ready to show for the champion born and bred.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, so we've got a Berkshire shown by Sarah Fogg, a Hamp by Claire Grody, a Poland China by Macy Kinker, a York by Knox Templeton, and Madeline Shireman is showing a crossbred for your County Bred Born and Raised show for your champion County Born and Bred gilt.
Just for clarification, these people, I don't know if they're raised by them or a breeder in Decatur County. So that's what a qualifier to. The pig was born here in Decatur County.
Yeah, the pig was
Maybe
born-
not necessarily by the exhibitor, but by a breeder here in Decatur County.
Correct. The Johnson crew is definitely well represented.
Represented.
Yeah. They got the champion. They raised the champion Burke, the champion York, and the champion Cross.
3 of the 5 pigs.
3 of the 5 pigs.
Some of these pigs have been in the ring 3 times, 4 times now, so.
Yeah. You've got Claire Grody, who won rookie and then came in for beginner and was in for her class. And
Show this evening. I think this is a neat thing that your county was doing. I was asking Tyler about how it works and what the requirements are, whatever. And I think it's neat that you guys still honor the breeders in your county here and have their own show this evening and can show tomorrow as well. I think it's very neat and honors them. I think when we get back out here for champion, I think there's one of them that's just really nice and really complete in a lot of areas. Let's go. That's the crossbred. That's going to be your champion.
Haven't seen show order tomorrow, but I'm going to say that's going to be a
Champion,
middleweight.
Born and bred, grand champion gilt of the show, Madeline Shireman.
yeah, I think she's actually in the 2nd class of crossbred gilts. So,
Oh, towards the lightweight end?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, I think there's only 4 classes of gilts.
I think the Berkshire's right there in contention as well, but I think there's one that's just a little stouter and a little more opened up. That's the reserve crossbred for Reserve Grand. Let's give her a nice hand. Yep.
Reserve grand champion, born and bred gilt, Olivia Krieger. Congratulations. So Madeline Shireman had the grand champion, born and bred gilt with the crossbred. The crossbred was reserve grand champion, Olivia Krieger. We're now ready to move into the barrows, so we need the Berkshire Barrows Class 1 in. There's only 2 of them.
Huh?
What? There's 2 in class 1 of the
Oh.
Berkshire Barrows.
Yeah. We have three heats of Berkshire Barrows.
3 classes of Berkshire Barrows. And you've got Brady Rubel and Ben Boner. And those hogs were raised by Merrill Smith and Michael Kolpinski, respectively.
Our 2nd class will have 4 pigs in it, so I'm sure they're on deck.
Yeah. Smattering of breeders in the Berkshires.
We'll get a little bit of the old timers here, and then we're going to probably sign off for the night. But we'll get through all these classes.
Are we gonna do the old timers?
We ain't gonna announce. We'll start it out maybe. I don't know. We'll see how many classes there are and stuff. We might just let the camera run, and you guys can laugh at the old timers showing.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can commentate it. I guess. We'll see. We'll see how
I'd
it's going.
say your name's on the list.
I hope not. I don't know what I'll show. Well.
Brady Rubel driving a 209 Smith Family Berkshire Barrow.
And a 221-pounder by Michael Kolpinski, shown by Ben Bonner.
Both these young men participated in showmanship earlier. I think both of them made the cut in their their drives.
Ben won the beginners.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that one's just really good from the side once he gets him out here and gets him drove. He's really opened up. When you get on top of him, he's where he really wins for me. He's got the most expression and most dimension down his top, really stout and powerful from behind. I like all of some things about this one in second. He's really deep and pliable and through his center. Until he's got some feature and some forearm. When you get him behind him, though, he gets a little plainer and rounder out of his hip for me, a little more nondescript down his top. Let's give both those boys a nice hand.
See, had Brady Rubel winning that class with Smith family Berkshires, and Ben Bonner with the second place in that class, raised by Michael Kopinski. The second class has Christina Fogg with a Johnson pig, Eleanor Kinker with a Rolls pig, Emma Evans with a Rolls pig, and a Lance Wechter with Smith family Berkshires.
Four pigs in this class. Weight ranges from 235, 236, 237, and 240. 5 pounds difference between these three. A lot of type and kind different, but
looks like Kinkers and Evanses are probably litter mates.
tell by ear notches.
Just guessing off the ear notches, yeah. 1-1 and 1-6, both raised by Rolls. Just a guess.
Which one's not like the other? We'll go for a little run here. Chester White Barrow, we got one. Duroc Barrow, we got one. Then we'll come into a Hampshire class with 3.
2 Polands, 3 spots, 5 Yorks, and a crossbred.
1 crossbred. Got his mic in his hand. This is the second heat of Burke barrows, sorry.
Got 4 Berkshire barrows here in the second class, and I think they all bring some things to the table and all some things you'd like to fix. But I think the one that suits me the best is going to be the one right there. That one's going to lead off the class. I think that one's an elevated barrow that's good design. He's good hind-legged and has some flexibility. You can get on top of him. He's really expressive in his shape and got some dimension. Maybe we'll just soften this guy up ever so slightly, but good design, good muscled, good hind-legged Berkshire barrow to start off the drive. This one right here is going to be in second. He's presented really well. He comes at you with some width. He needs to be raised up. He gets too low and round to the ground. Maybe he's pushing a little more condition than I'd like. Gets a little rounder and over his overall makeup. The one right here is going to be in third. Very similar to my class winner, a bar that's got some elevation and some look. Just when you get in behind him, he narrows ever so slightly. Gets a little harder and through the center body there. And the young lady, this bar is giving her a fit here tonight, but that's a stout, rugged rascal that's got some dimension, some power. Really stout about his forearm. He gets a little shorter and crustier about his front end, and a little rounder from behind. But let's give them all a nice hand. A good class of Berkshire Bears.
Placings in your class of Berkshire Bears Class 2. First, Emma Evans. Second, Lance Wechter. Third, Christina Fogg. And fourth, Eleanor Kinker. We are now ready to show the last class of Berkshire's Bears. Elmer Rennekamp, Knox Templeton, and then we will show for champion Berkshire Barra. Chester White Barra needs to be up here, and the 3 Hampshire Barras need to be up here for the holding area.
And the Duroc.
Unless the Duroc got scratched, but I don't think he did. So you got 2 in this class with Elmer Rennekamp and Knox Templeton. Both of these hogs raised by Johnson's, Tegan, Autumn, and Adele.
Weights on these are 259, 316.
Looks like none of the Johnson Berkshires, which they had 3 of them in the males, are litter mates.
Oh.
A 4-4, an 8-1, and a 41-1.
Bears here, and the one right in the center of the ring is going to lead off the class. And you get on top of that one. That one's the stoutest and the most opened up. Really dimensional on the backside of his blade. A big hip working in this bar. I wish he handled a little bit better. I'd like to raise him up on his pasterns, maybe lengthen him out of his hip and just make him go a little bit better. But he comes at you opened up. He's got some dimension and shape up top. The one in second, it probably is the sounder, more flexible bar, but just going away, this guy needs to have more dimension and muscle. He gets the plainest and more nondescript down his top. He's the flattest and the most disappointing going away. Let's give him a nice hand. Good class of heavyweight Berkshires.
Okay, so we'll bring the top 3
First
in.
place in the heavyweight Berkshires.
Yeah, so we're going to bring back in Knox Templeton, Emma Evans, and Brady Rubel to show for champion Berkshire, and then potentially bring in a second place, depending on what the judge wants to do for reserve. Brady Rubel's pig was raised by Smith Family Berkshires, and Emma Evans by Scott Rolls, and Knox Templeton by Autumn Teagan and Adele Johnson.
Rubel's pigs weighing in at 209.
Emma
Evans pigs 237, and Templeton's 316. So
pretty big weight gap on those
top to bottom.
3 pieces of swine. Yep.
You seen a red bear over there yet?
Nah, I'm curious if they scratched him.
In the Berkshire Bears. I think when you get them back out here, they're all in contention, I think, for champion. But I think there's one that just mobile, that gets around the ring very sound and athletic, yet still has plenty of dimension and a good design hog. That's the one right here that's going to be champion. Let's give her a nice hand.
Emma Evans.
Champion Berkshire Bears shown by Emma Evans. Congratulations.
That hog was raised by Scott Rolls. We're going to go ahead and bring in Lance Wechter's second place in Class 8 to show for your
I think we
reserve.
bring that out of that class, and like I talked to him earlier, I think there's another one out here that gets around very well. Maybe if you could just stouten him up with the ground ever so slightly, and I think on down the road this guy's going to be really good. The winner out of the first class is going to be reserved. Let's give him a hand.
Brady Rubel with the Smith Family Berkshire.
All right, we're going to have a single entry here in the Chester division, raised by Schwarzentrooper Genetics.
There we go.
Yep, Merrill just let us know that the Duroc was scratched, so we're going to go from a single entry Chester White, Maxwell Galk, raised by Schwarzentrooper Genetics, weighing 244. Talk him in just a second, and then move into a class of 3 Hampshires.
Just a single entry Chester bear, but this bear can withstand some competition. He's really shapely and expressive down his top. Big-ended bear that's got dimension. Comes at you opened up, still relatively sound out here. Maybe square him up ever so slightly going away. Let's give this young man a nice hand.
Congratulations on champion Chester White Barra, Maxwell Galk. We are ready for the 3 Hampshire Barras now. You can also bring the 2 Poland Barras up to the holding area.
So we're going to move on with this, the Hampshire Barras. All 3 were raised by Lacey and Kevin McAllister. They're all 1 litters. And the 3 showmen are Arden Muckerhide, Caden Legier, and Ellie Grody.
The ironic thing, 3 litter mates, 225, 227, and 255.
Yep. Notch 1, Notch 3, and Notch 5. Take a little bit of time to look at all 3 pieces of livestock in the ring. 3 litter mates should pretty much be stamped the exact same way, right?
No.
I don't know. They
Got 3 Hampshire Bears, and the young man's over here is going to lead off. I think that one's the best designed one. In terms of his top line, he's very good. You get to behind him for a Hampshire. He's very good on his hind leg. He needs to be opened up ever so slightly and just stouten him up and maybe soften him through the middle. But just in terms of muscle shape when you get on top of him and good design, got some extension from his blade forward. I think second and third, you can pick him how you like him. This one here is going to be second for me. I think just when you get on top of him, he's got a little more dimension. He's stouter out of his hip than the 1 and third. 1 and third, I'd like to clean up in his lower third. It's a little wasty there for me. Give him a little more shape down his top. But let's give all 3 of those Hampshire Bears a nice hand.
Okay, champion Hampshire Barra shown by Caden Legier. Second, Arden Muckerhide, reserve champion. And then third was Ellie Grody. Now ready for the Poland. Have 2 Poland Barras, then 3 spot Barras, and you can start working the Yorkshire Barras up here.
Yeah, you got 2 Poland China Barrows getting ready to come in the ring. The first one, Katie Gearhart's, raised by Michael Kolpinski, and Jacob Kinkers, raised by Scott Rolls. Those pigs weigh 196 and 219.
Young men's bear is going to lead off the class. Owns a good big hind one. It's got some expression down in his mouth. Gets out and goes with relative comfort off his hind wheels. Maybe opening up just ever so slightly at the ground, but a nice bear to lead off the drive. One in second's a more moderate bear. Probably a not heavy or structured. Just at the ground, comes to his ankle. Gets a little softer up front. Like to raise this guy to give him a little more elevation. But nice bear to be in second. Let's give both those kiddos a nice hand.
Champion Poland Bear shown by Jacob Tinker. Reserve Champion Poland shown by Katie Gerhardt.
Jacob Kinker's barrow was breeder on that with Scott Rolls. Weighed 219. Got 3 spot barrows coming into the ring. No. Yeah.
Yep.
Katie Gerhardt, Wesley Horseman, Macy Kinker. All 3 of these pigs were bred by Michael Kopinski.
For the adult showmanship, which will follow the Grand Champion Bear Drive, it won't take very much longer. The old timer showmanship, those signed up, Morgan Thayer, Todd Rubel, Brandy Rubel, Natalie Rendekamp, Lindsay Templeton, Trent Horsentrooper, Michael Lamb, Tessa Moeller, Harmony somebody, Legacy, I don't know, Mason Horsentrooper, Charlie Kramer, Kevin Horstman, Justin Trowerman, Peyton Stokes, Kane Brody, Tyler Johnson, Jim Coy, Eileen Moore, Craig Tinker, and Andy.
Thank God. Sorry, we were listening to Merrill read off who's all in for the old timer showmanship.
Good 3 spot bears here. The young man's bear right in front of the middle of the ring is going to lead off the drive. I think that one's really opened up, and he's really robust about his chest. Big-ended bear that's got plenty of dimension. Still gets to go relatively well. Maybe just square him up ever so slightly going away there, and give him a lot more flex, but he's still more than ideal. A nice bear to lead off the drive. One in second is going to be over here. I think that bear's just got more length and extension. He's the heavier weight bear that's got plenty of length. He's just out from behind. Maybe just give him a little more expression down his top and balance him up. And then the lightweight bear that rounds out the drive. Got some expression behind his blade. Needs to be square going away and just more comfortable out here. Let's give all 3 of those kiddos a nice hand for a good spot bear drive.
Wesley Horseman's going to win that class with a
241-pound barrow from Michael Kopinski. Macy Kinker with a 245-pounder from Michael Kopinski. In 3rd place, Katie Gerhardt with a 175-pound barrow from Michael Kopinski. We're going to move into the Yorkshires here. There's a class of 5. Elmer Rennekamp, Landon Kinker, Mac Templeton, Henry Kinker, and Sarah Fogg. We got a big weight range there.
190 to 259.
70, almost 70 pounds. Big weight gap right there, but we got one class.
I think we 5.
Henry Kinker entering the ring.
We also have a crossbred after this Yorkshire class. So the crossbred bear needs to be up here. 5 Yorkshire bears and then bred-born championship
Got
drive.
3 representations from the
Johnson Camp.
Johnson Camp. We got one raised by Klein Lowe and one raised by Scott Rolls.
Yeah, I mean, it will pull that.
Okay, following this Yorkshire class, and we'll have a crossbred. There's only one crossbred. Then we'll have the Grand Drive, born and bred. And after that, we'll have adult showmanship. So far, we have Morgan Thayer, Todd Rubel, Brandy Rubel, Natalie Rannekamp, Lindsay Templeton, Trent Schwarzentrooper, Michael Land, Tessa Moeller, Harmony, whoever that is, Charlie Kramer, Kevin Horseman, Justin Shireman, Katie Stokes, Kane Grody, Tyler Johnson, Jim Coy, Irene Moore, Greg Kinker, Andy Kinker, and Jack Cathy.
Got 5 Yorkshire bears, and they're kind of feeling their energy here this evening, run around. But once we sit and evaluate them, I think there's one that just needs to win, and that's the one out in front of me. I know he's not the most comfortable up front, but from there back, he dominates the class. He's really big back and big-ended. Harder and through his center body there as well. The third place bear is going to be right over here. Bear that's got some dimension, some pliability and through his center. He's good in his rib shape. Get on top of that one. I like to balance him ever so slightly. Comes apart there behind his blade. Gets a little flatter from behind for me. The next one that comes out is going to be the young, that's going to be over there in fourth. A bear that's just got simply more dimension down his top than the bear in 5. He's bigger footed at the ground too, and he's bigger in his ankle. And the bear that's going to round out the class just needs more genuine width, just needs more muscle, more product. Got some extension from his blade forward. That's about it. But let's give him a nice hand. 5 Yorkshires in this class. Big hand for him.
Champion Yorkshire Bear shown by Sarah Fogg. Reserve champion shown by Henry Kinker. Third was Mac Templeton. Fourth was Landon Kinker. And fourth was Elmer Rennekamp. We now have one crossbred bear to show. We need all the breed champions up here for our grand champion drive.
Oh, we got a. Merrill might have forgot about the crossbred male.
He did. We got him.
Yeah, so we got one last class with a single entry crossbred male, so he's going to hit the ring here real quick. And
This will be a quick one.
yeah, he's going to turn around, go right back to that pin because he's going to.
as a baby pig.
Just one crossbred bear, and this guy brings us a really high quality one that's really opened up. He's really stout in terms of his feature and bone. Got a great deal of muscle working on this one. Let's give this young man a nice hand for a nice crossbred barrow.
Congratulations on your champion crossbred bear, Landon Schwarzentrooper. We are now ready to show for our grand champion born and bred barrow. Following naming our grand champion and reserve grand champion, the judge has his roughest decision of the night with adult old-timer showmanship. Morgan Thayer, Todd Rubel, Brandy Rubel, Natalie Rennekamp, Lindsay Templeton, Trent Schwarzentrooper, Michael Land, Tessa Moeller, Harmony Legnew, Charlie Kramer, Kevin Horseman, Justin Shireman, Kane Grody, Tyler Johnson, Jim Coy, Irene Moore, Greg Kinker, Andy Kinker, and Jack Cathy are so far signed up for the old-timer showmanship.
All right, we'll just go ahead and close that now, please. One of the girls asked if I was signed up yet, and I told her no. I should have told her yes. Lied.
All right, you want to recap who's out here, Trev?
Okay, showing for your grand
Oh,
champion.
Meryl's
born
gonna
and
do it.
bred
Meryl's gonna help us out.
Berkshire Barrow champion is Emma Evans. Chester White shown by Maxwell Gauck. The Hampshire is shown by Caden Legier. The Poland shown by Jacob Kinker. Spot shown by Wesley Horseman. The Yorkshire shown by Sarah Fogg. And the crossbred shown by Landon Schwarzentrooper. They are all showing for grand champion born and bred Barra at the Decatur County Fair.
Here comes our Hamp. Hamp was late to the party.
He just got lost in translation. It's okay.
This will be final call for you old timers to get ready back in the barn. If you step outside, get stretched. You know, I don't want you guys pulling muscle later tonight, so go out and get stretched, get warmed up. That'll be next. Back to the champion, county bred show here, champion Barra. I think we get them back out here. I think they're all good representations of their breeds. You go to a lot of county fairs across the state, and sometimes you hope you can find one as good as these in their breeds, but I think they all do a good job. The breeders in this county should be commended for producing good livestock here for Decatur County. When it comes down to it, though, I think there's one Barra that runs away with it, and that's the crossbred. He'll be champion. Let's give him a nice hand.
Congratulations to Landon Schwarzentrooper on grand champion born and bred Barrow here in Decatur County. Congratulations, Landon.
For reserve, I think it comes down to a couple of them, in contention there. I think there's another one that came out of the breed earlier that's just comfortable out here. It's got muscle and good design. The Berkshire's going to be reserved. Let's give her a nice hand.
Reserve grand champion born and bred Barrow, the Berkshire shown by Emma Evans. Congratulations, Emma.
Okay.
We're ready for
Well,
you
are we
old
gonna sign
timers
off
to
and-
get yourselves
or
ready.
you wanna-
Get up here as quick as you
I don't-
can. We're not going
whatever
to
you wanna
break.
do.
We're going to go ahead and have the old timer showmanship.
So none of our old timers get
This'll be the
YouTube
toughest
famous. We're going to log
decision
out.
the judge will
We'll be
have to
back
make
about
all
10
night.
o'clock tomorrow morning. For
Leave your
our,
weapons back in the pen. No guns out here. We want to keep it clean.
all right, we want to thank our sponsors, Gemstone Feed and Grain, Pavey Stockyards, Haldeman Real Estate, and the Beach. Thank WTRE for setting this up. We'll be back tomorrow morning.
Well,
Trevor will be.
I'll be back tomorrow morning, and I'm going to have to.
He's still got to find a
I still gotta
recruit.
fi-
Anybody wants to
I still-
broadcast with him, call him.
Yeah, give me a call, please. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, this came off of the All East Trophy, or
Okay, last call for you old timers.
Pop
Morgan Thayer, Todd Rubel, Brandy Rubel, Natalie Rennekamp,